Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to talk to you about private debt in the United Kingdom. According to a recent study that was conducted in the country, the average Briton will be 69 by the time they reach their debt-free birthday. Now, the debt-free birthday is the time when somebody reaches a stage where they've finished paying back their mortgage and they've cleared themselves of all arrears. And the results of this study show that the debt-free birthday is actually 12 years later than what was originally expected. The situation is even more serious for young people who are still at university. The debt-free birthday for those currently at university would be around 74 years old, whereas for those at university in London, it would be 77, and that is due to higher house prices. Now, why has the debt-free holiday age increased? Well, there are two reasons. First of all, is that people are buying houses at a later stage or when they're older, and also mortgage affordability or cheap mortgages means that when people do eventually buy their house, they're actually paying more for it. The second reason that the debt-free holiday age has increased is because people are entering into higher levels of unsecured debt than before. And it's particularly true for young people under the age of 25 years old. That means that young people are using their credit cards more or using payday loans, which are very expensive forms of debt because they are associated with high interest rates. To compound this situation, very often people are unaware that they can actually consolidate these small, expensive loans into a single cheaper loan, which has lower repayments. And that means that with this this higher level of unsecured debt from a young age, by the time people enter into or arrive at wanting to buy a house, then they are still lumbered with this unsecured debt, and then they add a mortgage on top, which means that they are servicing a larger amount of debt for longer. Now, you may ask yourself, does it really matter? Well, for two reasons it really does. First of all, it's because it means that people will be entering retirement still shouldering this large amount of debt. And this obviously is in contradiction with the idea that most people have of a carefree retirement. Secondly, it's also dangerous for the economy because it means that there are many people who are exposing themselves to a sudden hike in interest rates. If there is a sudden hike in interest rates, then this could lead to another debt crisis where the number of people defaulting on a loan will increase. What can we do, therefore, in order to ensure that the situation doesn't get out of control? Well, here, allow me to give you my opinion. First of all, I think it's incumbent on lenders to sell credit responsibly, not only in their own interest, but in terms of corporate social responsibility for the long-term health of the economy, in order to avoid a new bad debt crisis. I think also it would be necessary to educate people at an early stage in order to enter into debt in a more informed way. For example, understanding the ramifications of taking on short-term payday loans, for example, or introducing more solutions to ensure that they can clear themselves of debt more quickly, for example, by consolidation into a cheaper loan. And finally, I do think that perhaps the government should take a role in ensuring that lending is done responsibly and that people are given the choice or given the opportunity to make informed decisions about entering into debt. Thank you very much.